Are you a marathon person? Have you done marathons before?
I'm so not this person. I don't think anyway. No, I tried a marathon like more than 10 years ago, and it was a complete disaster.
Oh, no.
I mean, really complete disaster. I think a lot of runners sometimes will say that, oh, this didn't go well, and you look at the time and it's like, oh my goodness. No, this was genuinely a complete disaster. It was the Marine Corps Marathon in Washington. I went to a podiatrist afterwards because I had so many problems, and they were like, congratulations on your only ever marathon you're ever going to do. This is dumb. You're never going to do this. So this is not me. But I sort of decided, look, you know, I wanted to try something that I couldn't do, right? And I wanted to sort of get myself in a fitness shape that I wasn't in and that I couldn't get into. And I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to make some changes. What could I do? And I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'll go get a trainer. Better yet, let me just build one myself.
And you did. That's exactly what you did. I totally get where you are. I did the New York Marathon, tore my meniscus, and I swear I would never do another one again. So you're a better person than me. But you have like apps like Strava, Runner, right? You have human coaches, but you decided on ChatGPT, okay? So why did you decide to go that route with this?
Well, look, so I'm living now in San Francisco, right? It's the world capital of artificial intelligence. And every single time that you talk to somebody, I've discovered the number one question is, what are you doing? What are you building? You know, what are you trying to develop? And so there's this sort of spirit in the city that like anything is possible and that AI can kind of do a lot. So I guess there's a little bit of like optimism in the water, that all things are kind of possible. This is like San Francisco, I would say, is like all things positive on AI, where a lot of other places are like very much all things negative. And so there's a little bit of that optimism that I was trying to do, but there was also this curiosity, right? Which is basically, what could I do with it? It seemed like it would be a really smart way for me to be able to figure out what AI can do, maybe what it cannot do, and you know, use myself as my own guinea pig. I'm always happy to sort of do that.
I have not run a marathon. I don't want to run a marathon. I want to run a marathon. I keep waiting. I turned 40 this year, and I thought maybe it'll kick in and I'll have a midlife crisis and what? Nope. But as someone who's tried this once before, I'm assuming you trained a little bit before. What was the training regimen? What was different? What did ChatGPT and our AI overlords tell you to do?
Yeah, so it was really interesting. So I spent about an hour feeding this beast that I was building, basically all of the training that I had done for everything before, all of my 5K runs, my 10K runs, you know, the soccer I was doing, the tennis I was playing, all of that. I fed it all of that, and it came out with a plan for me of sort of going out about 5 or 6 days a week of doing something. But it was a lot more structured. But what I found that was really different, it was a lot more responsive. It was a lot more personalized. I could go back and say, hey, look, here's how I'm feeling. Here's what I was thinking. And it would make adjustments for me. Wow. And that was something I'd never really seen before. You know, if something went wrong, it was able to be a lot more responsive than before. I actually, in the process of doing this article, I talked to some people who were developing AI-based fitness apps on the very vanguard of this technology. They said that's actually something they're hoping to be able to build in future editions. So that's actually something, it's not really out there, but that was something really cool. On the downside, though, AI does have its limitations. You know, at some point, my AI system started hallucinating. It has a limit on how much stuff you can tell it before it doesn't really know what's important and what's not important. So, you know, it's not necessarily an easy cure-all. This got very difficult to be able to manage as we were going through.
All right, Derek, are you going to go when you do your next marathon, because you know you're gonna, or maybe your Ironman or whatever?
No.
Are you going for the app, the human, or the ChatGPT? Which are you going?
If you had to do this again, yeah.
I'm going for a mix of humans and technology for sure. You try and figure out how to get out, how to be moving, how to be positive and going forward. And any way you do that is good. But technology alone is not going to get you there. It can help, though. And I do think that this increase in AI technology is going to maybe make some of this a little bit more accessible to the general public than it has been before, because it's certainly, if nothing else, it's a lot cheaper than some of the other options that may be on the table right now.